What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful fight fans across the world? And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the top 5 AI generated UFC fights I've seen, because there's a lot of AI generated UFC images and fights. I'm going to go through the top 5 best ones I've seen. So let's get straight into it. Let's not waste any time. In the first one, we got Petr Yan getting 50-45 by Merab, because we all know if Petr Yan would fight Merab, he would destroy him on the feet. He would stop all the grappling. He would probably KO Merab. He just has the nasty boxing style. He wouldn't box up and just get absolutely demolished, get 50 takedowns shot on him, and Merab only landing 3. That would never happen. This is one of the best AI generated fights I've ever seen, because look at this image. It looks crystal clear. Herb Dean even looks good in it. But we all know how this fight would really go. Petr Yan would destroy Merab Dvalishvili. He's such a terrible matchup for Merab Dvalishvili. Stuff all the takedowns, box him up. He would not get smudged by Merab. But next fight that is AI generated. Oh, Ilia Topuria KOing Volkanovski. Yeah, because we all know Volkanovski, he would just put a Max Holloway type of performance on Ilia Topuria. He wouldn't fight Ilia Topuria after getting head kicked by Islam Makhachev, even though that's AI generated as well, and I have that as the next slide. But we know Volkanovski would put on a clinic on Ilia Topuria, jabbing him up, hitting him with the 1-2, just giving him a masterclass of striking for over 5 rounds, just taking him down, doing what he wants to him on the ground. Volkanovski's just built different. Ilia has nothing for Volkanovski, okay? He has nothing. Maybe a little bit of boxing, but we all know Volkanovski. Come on, he's just a beast, cardio machine. Would absolutely outpace and outstrike Ilia Topuria, and not fight Ilia Topuria after he gets head kicked 2 months before. But that brings us to our next slide. Volkanovski, man, he would not get head kicked by Islam Makhachev, because Islam Makhachev's a Dagestani, okay? He's not going to go out there and head kick KO Volkanovski. Come on. This is one of the best AI generated fights I've ever seen, because look at the gold shorts. Look at Volkanovski's head. Look at Islam Makhachev. He looks perfect. It looks pristine. And it's in Abu Dhabi. Look at the crowd. They even AI generated an Abu Dhabi crowd. Wow. They really put work into this one. But we saw the first Volkanovski versus Islam fight. We saw that. And we know what would happen in the second one. Volkanovski would break Islam like he did in the first fight and piece him up in the 5th and 4th round. All right? It would be an even better performance than he had in the first fight. This was not like, come on. He's not getting head kick KO by a Dagestani. Dagestanis are wrestlers. They're crotch sniffers. They're not out here head kick KOing people. Head kick KOing the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world? Yeah, not happening, buddy. Not happening. So even though it's an AI generated, I'll give it props for being one of the better looking AI generated fights I've ever seen, because wow, just look at the detail, look at the crowd, look at the fight kits, just looking beautiful. But that brings us to the next trend we have in the top 5. We have Charles Oliveira. He did not get submitted by Islam Makhachev at UFC 280. Like, come on. We all know Charles Oliveira, he's a terrible matchup for Islam Makhachev. He's a horrible matchup for Khabib. Islam would go for the takedowns, and Charles Oliveira would catch him in a guillotine, darts choke, whatever you want. Take your pick. He would just catch him in it. We all, like, that's what would happen. He's not getting dropped by Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev cannot strike with Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira's out here outstriking Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, some of the best strikers in the lightweight division. He's outstriking them. Islam Makhachev is not going to drop Charles Oliveira and then submit him with the arm triangle. But wow, this one has good detail too. Just look at the fight kits on this one too. The yellow shorts, perfect. The red shorts, perfect. Charles Oliveira's tattoos looking great. But this fight, Charles Oliveira's jiu-jitsu is just too good for Islam. What can I say? He's just too good. The Dagestani wrestling is not a good match for Charles Oliveira's BJJ. Islam Makhachev, he just has so many AI-generated fights with him. I don't get it. Like, I don't know why people glaze him so much. Like, he's pound for pound #1 or something like that. But I don't understand. Because he's not out here putting on these clinics. These are all AI-generated fights that, like, people made on their computers. Okay, this stuff never happened. So I don't know why people talk about it like it's real. I don't get it. It always comes up on my feed, like, and people always want to glaze Islam. But like, bro, this fight never happened. All right, we're still waiting for Charles to fight Islam Makhachev. But last but not least, we got Charles Oliveira, Charles Oliveira losing a decision to Arman Tsarukyan. Crazy, losing a split decision, because we all saw the fight. In the first round, Charles had a deep guillotine in on Arman Tsarukyan. He definitely won him the round. And then Arman took the second round for sure. But in the third round, we saw that Charles Oliveira had him in a crazy dart stroke at the end. I think that won him the round. So I don't know how any judge could give Arman Tsarukyan the rounds. We saw Charles Oliveira. He got the unanimous decision, 29-28 at UFC 300. Putting him right back in title contention against Islam Makhachev, even though he didn't lose the belt to him. Yeah, it's just wild. I don't know how somebody AI generated this photo, because wow, look at Mark Smith, look at Arman Tsarukyan, look at Charles Oliveira. It literally looks like they went through a battle too. I don't know how you could AI generate sweat and all that. AI is just crazy nowadays. ChatGPT, crazy, taking over my school, taking over MMA and YouTube. Oh my god, the AI is gonna take all our jobs. All right, it's gonna take everything away. Gonna take all your jobs. We're not even gonna watch MMA fights in a couple of years. We're gonna watch AI generated MMA fights, because that's what all people want to talk about nowadays. Like fights like this, Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira. Arman Tsarukyan getting the decision. Come on, all right, come on, get out of here. Stop with the glaze. Stop with the fakery. Volkanovski never got head kick KO'd by Islam. He never got knocked out by Ilya. These are all just fallacies. All right. We never saw Piotr Jan get 50-45 by Murat. That stuff never happened. Okay, that stuff never happened. So can we stop talking about it in comment sections and stop posting clips of AI generated stuff, like, to pass it off as real? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing stuff like that. But let me know down in the comments below, what's the craziest, most realistic looking AI generated UFC fight you've ever seen, because I really want to know. But leave a like, subscribe. That's it for this video. Turn notifications on for videos like this almost every single day. But I'll see you beautiful people in the next one, man.